Do you think people get pets because they want a pet, or do they get a pet because they need to be a parent?
It depends on the pet. Let's say if it's a cat, they
Yeah.
just want like an animal to look at.
That's a husband. You want a husband. You want a husband from the 1920s. He doesn't talk. He just sits there.
A dog is like more like a, hey, it makes you feel good about yourself. Like, what's a pet that makes you feel bad?
A cobra.
Yeah.
Ow! Ow! Stop biting me! Second attempt, guys. We had an awesome 1 hour podcast, and then we realized the machine broke, so we got to start again.
It's okay.
Let's start with light subjects today. Let's start like easy. Easy breezy, beautiful cover.
Because I
girl.
think the last we started the first podcast talking about China.
Okay.
Which is bad. Actually,
let's start with something like light and everyone
light
can read.
and fluffy.
The Middle East. Listen.
Yeah.
So, if there was a genie, do you think he would be Jewish or Muslim? Because that region of the
Jewish
world
or
had both of the.
What is Robin Williams?
Satanist, Luciferian, Hollywood. Nah,
Hey, what are you doing? What are you talking about? Who is the best genie, Will Smith or Robin Williams?
For sure, Robin Williams.
Yeah, Will Smith.
First of all, he's not black. He's blue. I'm blue. Da ba dee da ba. You think this is how the writers?
Yeah.
They're like they got high.
They're like, yo, man.
that's just-
Remember Apple 69 or whatever?
All right. Yeah. No, for sure, Robin Williams.
Yeah, Robin Williams.
100%.
Did you listen to this?
You think a genie would get by Tupac? No.
No. Yeah.
Exactly. So it can't be Will Smith.
Did you hear? This is a very interesting story about Robin Williams and the genie from Aladdin. So he. Okay, so I thought you were gonna say something. So he did. So he only ever did 2 animated movies, Robin Williams, I think, and he did 2 in the same year. He did one called Ferngully. He played like the voice of some bat, and then he did the voice of the genie. And the voice of the genie was so popular. Like, oh my god, he's amazing. He like improvised all his lines right.
Yeah.
He was like goofing around. He was like amazing. And he said, okay, they wanted him to do tons of spin-offs. They want to do the Genie movie, the Genie TV show. He said, no, I'm not doing any of that. I don't want to do any Genie. If I'm doing the Genie, it's only if all the money that we all do is goes to charity, or it's like an educational thing. So he would do like Genie does math, and it's like, hey kids, 2 + 2 is 4, and we're like, oh,
wow.
And I'm like, that's boring, like that, like. But it's a very noble thing to do, right?
Yeah.
But you know what they did? He improvised so many lines, right? They just took all that stuff and made all this new Genie stuff using his voice already. And so he said, all right, never doing Genie again. You guys ruined. We're not allowed doing Genie. You took all my voice and ruined it. Now, no Genie. You want to do the Genie? No Genie.
No Genie. Go hire Will Smith.
Yeah, go hire Will Smith.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's great. So basically what they did is that they decided, like, you know what, we have enough. Because they say like you can sell your soul to the devil.
Yeah.
I guess he made a contract with like not the devil, like the other guy,
like Harvey Weinstein or
like
whatever.
the good guy. No, but the good guy. That said,
like
Allah, listen, I will if you give me the talent for Genie.
Yeah.
Your brother, I will, like, if I do it again, like the first time, let me put some money in my pocket.
Yeah.
But the second time, for you, Allah.
Yeah, it's not bad.
And then the people who control Hollywood, that sounded weird, but they're like. No, we make money now. And they just bypassed his Allah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a very noble thing, very interesting. And
would you do something like that?
I would actually do something like that, 100%. Yeah, I would. Like, I would.
Have you ever given to charity?
But no, I haven't been in position to, but I would.
What do you mean you're not in position to?
I haven't. I'm not in position to do. No. I'm charity. Give me charity.
Yeah.
I'm such a Greek.
You
give me charity. No, you give me charity.
I am charity. Give me charity.
But
you know what? I challenge you. Mm-hmm. I have a challenge for you.
Have I done anything charitable? I once, I was hiking and then I found like a camera cap. Like a lens cap.
A 3-cent cap. Yeah. So you found a piece of plastic, garbage on the floor. Yeah.
And I was at the bottom of the hill. I waited 5 minutes, and I saw a guy. He's crying, you know. He's like, my cap, my cap.
You're like, hello, fellow white person.
And I gave him the camera cap, and he was so happy that he gave me like $100.
He gave you money?
No, I said, then I was.
Is that a real story?
That's a true story.
Okay.
And I was joking with Claire. I always wanted to write a joke. I'm like, oh, I did my good deed for the day, which means
That was 10 years ago.
I could do my bad deed
Maybe
for the
we
day.
should do more shareable things. Let's let the brand Bonui. Because I'm a good
You
guy.
I just was saying something, and you cut me off.
Sorry, really? What did you
I said, I was joking with Claire,
Yeah.
and I said, look, I did my good deed for the day, which means I could do my bad deed for the day.
Yeah.
So I stole
You stole a cap.
I stole a cap.
But you've told me that theory before. That the
You're
way
allowed to do that.
if you do a good deed, you're allowed to do a bad deed.
Mhm.
You want to die with a net zero in your life.
Yeah, that's why you're like, if you
You don't believe in heaven. Like you're like, I want to be die net
Yeah.
zero,
Yeah, I want to jump in the black hole.
and then you're like, what should we do? Should he go to heaven or hell? And you're like, net zero. Like when they say in ancient times that this is how they judge if you go to heaven. They put your heart and they weigh it,
With
and
like-
if you're like a good guy, you go to heaven and have sex
Yeah.
with a cat or whatever.
Oh, what? Okay.
I don't know,
great.
Egyptian folklore.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
the-
like white women or something. White lady.
if you want 72, if you want. Anyway, you're like, nope, I want to be like you want to win. Like,
Yeah, I
it's
just
the
want to
good
go
and the
right
bad.
right under the line, you know? It's almost like, you eat a bunch of good food, you're allowed to eat one bad food, you know?
Yeah,
Or like, yeah, it's like that.
yeah, but you eat a bunch of good food, so you can eat one bad food. It's not like
I can't have one.
I eat an apple, so I'm gonna eat a cake. You gotta, because I guess
Yeah.
the weightness, the heaviness
Yeah.
of bad is much bigger than the lightness of good.
Yeah.
That's why they call it, find your light. 'Cause it's
Fine.
light.
Oh, that's nice.
So maybe you need to do a lot of good
a
things.
lot of good things.
So that you can,
Yeah.
hire child slaves
Yeah.
in Cameroon to get you
iPhone.
to get your iPhone made. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's one by one.
No,
I
it's
think
not
this
one by
is.
one. How come, when you're sick, for some reason when I'm sick, I
Yeah.
just think I'm allowed to eat every
Oh,
single
100%.
thing.
Of course, nothing counts.
Well, it's weird. I'm like, I need my energy. I gotta have all these French fries and chicken nuggets now.
Yeah. Okay.
And usually, like when I'm not sick,
Yeah.
I'll have like some chicken, some Brussels sprouts, whatever other white thing on the side.
Sweet potatoes.
Sweet potato. But when I'm sick, I'm like, I'm going to Maxi. I'm buying the $10 value pack of chicken buttermilk chicken, and oh my god, and making myself patty melts with like white bread. Oh, it's the best.
Dude, yeah, you're sick.
And it's making me worse. Like I'm like thinking,
But it's a different worse.
Yeah.
It's like indigestion worse.
but they say like you're supposed to eat things that like stop inflammation when you're
Yeah.
sick. Because
But you eat soup all the time. You eat like a sick person all the time. So I guess what you're sick, you're like, I'm gonna eat like a fat American. Because every time I call Gabe, he's like, oh, I made mushroom soup and I
Oh,
made
it's so good.
minestrone and I
yeah,
made Greek soup. Like all you do is
minestrone is
soup.
great.
All you do is soup. So when you're
Yeah.
sick, because usually people when they're sick they eat soup.
It's true.
I'm eating soup all the time. So when I'm sick, I'm gonna eat like normal fat.
Okay, I never thought of that. That's great. Oh, you know what? I'm rediscovering my
Love for soup.
no, but like white food in general. In the summertime, it's very Mediterranean. I eat a lot of
Yeah.
Indian food, a lot of barbecue. But dude, shepherd's pie, mince and mash.
I had shepherd pie. I had
really
in Picton.
good, huh?
I did the road
Oh.
and I ate shepherd's pie.
Great.
Is there wine in it? Because I think it was like
Oh.
the meat with mushrooms and there was like a
Oh.
dark red. I'm like, oh, that might be wine.
So it could be. Yeah, it could be. It's
Yeah.
like a steak. Steak.
It's a
and
very
ale.
white thing. It's a very.
Mm.
I always find that those pies, you know what they need? Tabasco sauce.
Yeah.
Tabasco sauce
Uh-huh.
heightens the crust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah.
No, I love.
You made shepherd's pie?
A couple of weeks ago, not shepherd's pie, because it's in the thing, the dish, the bowl, right? We just do like the sloppy way of mince and mash, and it's as good.
And you put the crust and you cook it?
We're not like super crusty, We just like I make mashed potato, and then we make mince, and we make it nice and
Yeah.
juicy, and we have like
You
Brussels
know-
sprouts.
You know what Quebec has
Mm.
that not a lot of people talk about? I don't know the name, but it's the first layer is minced beef with like onions or spices.
Mm.
The second layer is corn,
Mm.
and the third layer is mashed potatoes.
Mm.
What's the name of that
Is
dish?
it pâté chinois?
Pâté chinois.
Yeah.
And then you take a huge chunk, and then what I do is that I make holes
Oh.
in the potatoes,
Yeah.
and I just fill it with hot sauce.
Oh.
So you have like little pools
You know
of
what,
hot
dude?
sauce.
Corn is. I totally forgot about the corn.
Well, you do it without the corn?
Well,
You gotta add the corn.
Well, usually
You gotta add the corn,
shepherd's
Jerry.
pie is not usually with corn.
Oh, well, because it's not part of England.
Yeah.
Right? They don't have corn over
No,
there.
they don't. They
You need the Incas.
the Incas.
The Incas, you
The
know?
yeah, I need like maize.
Yeah, exactly. You need the Mayans and the Incas to
Yeah.
get the corn. Oh, dude, you know what? I'm gonna talk to my mom.
She's gonna make you mince.
I'm sure I'm making
me-
pâté chinois. Pâté chinois. It's so
Pâté
good. I have a feeling every part of the world has that version of pâté chinois.
Uh-huh.
We call it pâté chinois, which means
Chinese
patty. I have Jamaican patties in my fridge.
Oh, dude, I love.
You want one?
Nah, I'm okay. I ate so much food, dude. I feel like such a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Best feeling ever.
It's funny. Like you go.
What do you think? Wait. Sorry, before we move on. What do you think they call it pâté chinois? Why is it called Chinese patty? There's nothing Chinese.
It's true. What?
What do you
I
think?
always wonder too. Maybe there's like little Chinese fingers in there, and they mash them up.
And you mash that.
Oh, dude.
Now, why do they call it Chinese?
Is it because is it how like Chinese people they built the railroads or whatever? Maybe it was their lunch.
Of
think it
course,
was their
because it
lunch?
has the protein,
Yeah.
it has vegetables,
vegetables.
and it has potato that has
Yeah.
the carbs to keep you fueled.
Yeah. It could be.
Build Station Honoré Beaugrand. Just keep. Maybe that's why they call it.
It makes sense. They
Chinese.
built the railroads.
Can you find out?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Let's make this an educational podcast.
Yes.
Why do they call it pâté chinois? Why is pâté chinois? And why there's like no restaurants? You can go have a poutine at La Banquise, but I never heard of pâté chinois outside of a house.
Oh, I was right. Okay. Most workers ate their meat, potatoes, and corn separately, but workers of mainly Asian origins combined their rations to create shepherd's pie, a more communal dish. The French-Canadian railway workers, like this new concoction, adopted the dish, called it pâté chinois, which loosely translates to Chinese pie.
Whoa!
So they like to mix their stuff together, and white people like to separate it.
They cooked it. They made it into a dish. That's
Yeah.
what they say. Like soul food is just poor people.
Yeah.
They took and they made something delicious with easy ingredients.
Yeah.
Everything actually, there shouldn't be expensive ingredients.
Mm-mm.
Why? Like, it's just the mixture that makes something delicious, right?
Yeah, it's not expensive. Potatoes are really. You go to Maxi, they're pretty cheap.
Yeah, potatoes are cheap. corn
Mince
is
meat is usually not too
It's
bad.
usually it's an inexpensive cut,
Yeah.
right? Because you don't need a specific.
Well, it's usually like 10,000 cows mixed into one
Yeah.
thing, right?
Yeah, but in the sense that
It's
it's
like
not when you have a nice cut of beef, you make a steak with it, or you make a filet mignon. or you
Yeah,
make-
yeah.
But you're like, let's just make minced beef and just mix it all
yeah,
together.
mix it all, mix that,
Yeah.
mix that.
Interesting. So you were right. The Chinese, goddamn Chinese,
Yeah.
invented COVID and pâté chinois. Damn. Oh man, I want to eat. I'm hungry a little now too.
Oh, yeah, dude,
I would eat now.
I started watching a little bit of Rush Hour. Speaking of Chinese,
Speaking of the Chinese,
dude, Rush Hour. You know what? In movies back in the day, when you're watching them, you're like, this movie's whatever. It's not like the best. But compared to the movies now, that is high cinema. Like I remember in 2008 when The Hangover came out, I'm like, it was all right. But dude, I watched it like 2 weeks ago. I was in tears. I was like, oh my God, I needed I was like an old person. I was like, it was a breath of fresh air. I was crying. But dude, Rush Hour, oh my God. There's one scene, we're gonna have to bleep this scene, but it's Jackie Chan and Tyler Perry or whatever his name. What's his name? Rush Limbaugh?
Chris Rock.
No, not Chris Rock. Jeremy
we're so
Anderson.
racist.
What's his name?
Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker.
Oh, we got it at the same
That's
time.
good. And they go into a pool hall. It's like this big black pool hall. It's all scary. And the whole time,
The big black pool. Oh, scary.
it's a big pool hall full of black people.
Oh, okay,
That's what I meant. And it's all like tough and rough.
Yeah.
And Chris Tucker's going around. He's like, "What's up, my?" My N words. What's up, my and what's up, my N word?
Yeah.
And then Jackie Chan's like, "Oh," he sees this. He's like, "Oh," and then he goes to the bar, and Chris Tucker's deal with business, and Jackie Chan was like, "What's up, my?" And I'm like, that is highest form of comedy. A Chinese guy saying the N word is the funniest thing you could ever see on TV. Like you're like.
The funniest thing ever is an Asian person saying the N-word.
There's nothing, and I was crying. Claire doesn't laugh at anything, and she was looking at me like I was insane. I'm like, that's not that funny. I'm like, you kidding me?
Check it.
Imagine you're in the movie theater and you see Jackie Chan. He's known for doing karate, and you're like, what's gonna happen here? Is he gonna just beat them all up now? And you know what else? He calls them the N-word, and then he kicks all their asses. He kicks all their asses. Yeah.
The excitement you have for an Asian guy. Hey, if you're Asian, can you send a video of you saying the N-word to Gabe?
I was crying. I was like, oh.
Add the add the good night pod.
Yeah. The good
Send a video of you. If you're Asian, please say the N-word and send it to Gabe.
Yeah. In the accent, though. And oh, dude, such a funny movie. Yeah, there needs to be movies like that where it's like one guy talks and one guy does karate.
Hey, okay, wait. If we were in would you be Jackie Chan or Chris Tucker? I think you'd be Chris Tucker.
What would you? You'd be the enforcer?
I'd be Jackie Chan.
Oh,
because Jackie Chan is like by the book and and you're like, hey, what's up? You like what we're talking about? Like you're like the cool guy everyone likes.
Oh.
And I'm like, but on the outside, but on the inside, I'm Chris Tucker and you're Jackie Chan.
It's true. Yeah. Yeah.
What?
This is very similar from when we said, "Oh, let's do 20." Oh shit. This looks like all right, we're doing okay.
I love you.
Yeah, man. This is fun. This is a fun podcast. This could remember when we were talking about we're gonna do 23andMe?
Yeah.
But like we would come in them. But then I said then you said, no, well you'll put your name on my thing, and then I put my name on your thing so they don't know how to track us. And I'm like, track us. They still have our things though. They're just
it's so funny. I know someone. Her job is like she does ancestry things.
Yeah.
And she sent me. She's like, just so you know, you sending your cum. I think people have done it before. She's like, that is the most funniest thing I have ever heard. Because I bet you there's people like, oh well, 23 and me. Here we go. That's what I call my dating life. Hey, 23 and me. All right.
That's funny. I should make a clip out of that. I forgot. Not this, but the other one. Oh my god, that's so funny.
Oh my god. So let's go back. So you were sick. You had COVID. I did the road.
Yeah, you did the road.
It was so fun. I went to Picton. I slept in a nice hotel.
Beautiful hotel.
But here's the thing. We were both kind of sick. I took a bath.
Balls.
Yeah, I took a bath. I noticed. Let's just recap quickly. Okay. So yeah, I did the road.
Yeah.
And I was sick as well.
Uh-huh.
So I had to take naps throughout the day. So I was driving the next day. I did the first show in Picton, and I had to go to Low, the city of Low, which is about 2 hours, 3 hours away.
Get low.
The sun. I opened with that. By the way. I opened
really?
with like get low. I opened with like
to the window.
I saw 3 people getting high outside. I'm like, oh, you guys are getting high in Low.
That's good.
I'm like, this is the last pun I'm gonna do tonight. And they're like, no, we like puns. Anyways, it was really sunny. I'm like, okay, let's take a nap in my car. I took three or four naps, like hour naps in my car.
Whoa.
I optimize how to sleep in your car.
No way.
Always sleep if you can during the day. Why? Because the sun will heat up the air.
Oh.
So you'll feel like all cold. Like outside it's like on a highway, so it's like 0 degrees, it's windy, but the sun is creating like a ball of heat. I forgot the name. Effet de serre in French we call it.
Okay, sun spot or something. Sun.
No, what do you call where you grow food in a bubble?
Biome. No?
No.
Effet de serre.
Effet de serre, yeah. Heat house effect?
Oh, greenhouse.
Greenhouse effect. So you're creating like a greenhouse
Go into biome.
Biome is different. Anyway, I love you. Biodome. Because you're thinking of the biodome and you're thinking that's... I know what you're trying to say. I accept it. Anyways. So I was taking a nap inside. It was so nice. It was like warm and I was sick. I was just sleeping. You know what's the best way to take a nap? Will Delvecchio helped me fix that better. You sleep on the passenger side.
Okay.
So you don't have the steering wheel.
Oh yeah.
And what I found out is that you take off your jacket and you put it on top of you.
Oh.
And what I do is that, the cap of the jacket, the cap?
Yeah.
Put it in front.
Oh.
So you have like fresh air coming in because it's not temp, but you block the sun. I take the headrest, I take it off, and I put it on. So I like a little pillow. You put the seat down and just you sleep.
That's nice.
Yeah.
For an hour.
Oh, for multiple hours.
Wow.
The first nap I took was like 2 hours, but I couldn't because I was trying to sleep, but I was still finding the way to optimize the sleep. So I'm like,
Okay,
this is not comfortable.
That's
Okay,
and you
open a little bit the window to get some fresh air in. I'm not comfortable. Okay, let's change the seating. Okay, it's too much sound. The cars. Let's put earplugs. So it took me like 45 minutes to an hour to get all the little
That's
particulates good. Once I got it nice, I passed out a little, woke up, drove again, got to the bar. I don't know exactly where the city of Low is, but I remember seeing water. So in my mind, I don't know if it's true. In my mind, it's a bar because it kind of is. In my mind, when I got there, a bar on top of a hill, and like it's a mountain. So imagine a bar on top of a mountain, and you look outside, you see just
cool
the water. But it's not what it is. But I was driving in the dark.
Oh,
so I don't have no idea where I was. But in my mind, it was like a bar, and then there's a cliff, and then the ocean was crashing. Because I couldn't see. You're in pitch black, and I saw like the river. So I'm like, I guess it's close to that. So in my mind, it's there.
You just imagine like it's like Dracula's mansion or
basically,
whatever.
I'm just driving.
It's like Alcatraz.
Going there, I drive and getting there, and I just would get. And I swear, I walk and I get there. Bar, middle of nowhere. It's the only thing that seemed to have electricity. I walk in, places packed. Places packed, everything. People in their 50s to people in their teens. I'm like, wow, this is interesting.
That's
this
amazing.
is nice. I go on stage. I was hosting that night. You could tell. I was happy to see, like even those tiny towns, they're getting more liberal because there was a bachelorette. Listen to this, bachelorette.
Yeah.
Front table, all bachelorettes. The lady is getting married to another lady. So it was a lesbian wedding. And this is where it gets like you're like, yes, they're liberal, but it's still like a redneck.
Where's the glory hole in the situation?
Your mom's. No, but the other wife is bartending. It's not bartending, she's a waitress. So she had like a future bride. She was working.
She was working at her bachelor party.
At her bachelorette party. Because I guess they were super busy, and maybe she was the daughter of the owner. So she was working. So I'm like, guys, you better tip her like 50%.
Yeah.
She's
getting married.
And like, they say that stereotypical jobs don't exist. But clearly, she's the man. She's working while you're celebrating your bachelorette.
Dude, it's so funny.
I confirm my theory that lesbians love me.
Okay.
Because they were an amazing, like they adored me. I was making lesbian jokes. There's a lady. I'm so proud of myself. I think I tried to make a short with it. She was laughing really hard and enjoying it. And I have a joke. I just looked at her, and she was drinking beer, and she spat all her beer. I'm like, oh my god, guys, you understand? I just made a lesbian squirt. This has been my dream since my childhood. Then I look at the bachelorette, like the table of lesbians. I'm like, guys, you thought that was a comedy show? This is a gay conversion therapy. Daddy's here. Whoa. And I'm like, let's give me a thumbs. I'm gonna turn you straight again. And they're dying laughing. Like people who kind of are watching, they're like, oh my god. But everyone who because they were like on the floor laughing.
Wow, that's
amazing.
amazing.
On the floor laughing. It was such a fun night.
That's cool.
Such a fun night. I'm telling you, good people. At the end, they're like, come again. We need more entertainment. Turns out the lesbian who I thought was a lesbian was not a lesbian. She was a regular
lady.
The girl who spit all her beer.
Oh, she was
not a lesbian. So she kind of started talking to me after the show. I'm like, I gotta go.
She's like, hey, come down to my... Wait, no. Cause I'm trying to do a lesbian voice.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. I got a dog.
I'm telling you, lesbians, I don't know why. Because maybe I don't have like this alpha male energy.
You think?
But they love me. Love me.
Huh.
I love them too.
Yeah.
I thought they would be like butchy and they would hate men.
Yeah.
Like, they really, really love me. I've never met a lesbian who didn't love me.
That's good. Yeah. We should do lesbo night.
We should have lesbo nights. It's a good night lesbo night.
Lesbo night. I think they'll hate that. Lesbo night.
Good night lesbo night. It's always funny interactions with women, I find. I was doing a show last week. I was headlining the Art Loft, and there was like a girl. I'm not gonna say what it is, but she was in front of me, and my hands were really dry. But I wanted to put like cream, but I didn't have cream, so I took my chapstick and I put a little bit on my finger. So like it's a dark room in the back, and I was just like But the thing is, she just heard. She just heard like there's a man behind her, and she turns like, what the? I'm like, oh, and I'm like. Should I tell her that I put chapstick on my hands
To make
I
it
think
smooth.
to make them smooth? I think it would be saner to say, "Oh, sorry, I'm just
I'm
jacking
just
off."
jerking off
I'm
to
just
the
jerking
back
off.
of your head.
That is, it makes more sense to say
Yeah.
I'm jerking off behind your head
yeah.
than to say I put chapstick on my hands.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, I just put chapsticks on my hand because they're dry. She's like, what? She's like, you want cream? I have cream. I'm like, no, thank you. I should just say yes to cream. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh
she's
God.
You should
Just
bring
imagine
some
a
cream.
woman, especially like,
Yeah.
that's all she
Yeah.
hears. Oh, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't get
Nah,
leave
she
the
probably
house.
doesn't. She's probably fine. Oh man. Yeah. So I was sick all weekend. Yeah, I don't know. I wish I miss not being sick. I miss not being sick. When you're healthy, all I'm thinking about, I hope I don't get sick.
Oh wow.
And then I got sick, and I was like, damn it, I'm sick. And now I'm like praying to get sick. And then when I get healthy again, what I'm gonna do? Live in the moment.
That's good. You're growing.
I was gonna fart, but I couldn't.
When you do this, it looks as if you're gonna pee. That should be the next thing. You like now comedy, like comedians, they'll fart into the microphones.
Yeah.
Maybe the next is like, oh, I peed on the microphone. Whoa, we're edgy. Everyone's farting on microphones. We're pissing on microphones.
Yeah, or get
That's-
electrocuted.
we're cool. Like you see our skulls on the camera.
Have you ever been electrocuted by anything?
Probably, but nothing.
Okay.
Just like, and then. Have you ever licked a battery?
You could do that? No. What's gonna happen? Don't lick a battery.
You never licked a battery?
No.
You never licked a battery. When you were young, you never licked a battery?
What are you talking about?
You never put this on your tongue?
Never.
You want to try?
No.
I'll do it first.
Okay, do it, but I'm
Okay.
not gonna do it.
Because it just a little bit.
I'm not doing that. Are you
I
crazy?
used to do that as a child. You never did this?
Never ever. I didn't know this would happen. I wasn't
You
tinkering.
have to make me do it.
Don't do it.
One.
Don't. I'm not gonna hold this. I'm gonna
One. Okay, you ready? You just. You want to try? Try.
I'm not trying. I'm not licking a battery. I did it.
You should do that before I go on stage instead of doing like a ginger ale. Like, what's Amer doing? Oh, he's licking his battery.
Licking a battery.
He has a big show tonight. I'm in the green room going, ah. It does kind of.
That's really weird. I don't. What does it feel like?
It's just a little. Zzz.
You remember like those gum trap things? It's like this piece of gum. You're like, hey, you want a piece of gum? And it shocks you.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah, it's not that. I mean, I think this is an old one.
Old battery?
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't even want. I'm like gonna be the one guy in a million that like explodes or something.
No. The thing is, I don't think I have another 9-volt battery. Because you can't do it with regular batteries, like just a regular AA. Just put it in your mouth, nothing will happen.
Okay.
But this one's because they go on your tongue, the plus and the minus.
Wow.
Actually, I never tried with a AA. You want to try with a AA?
No, dude. Are you kidding me? I never licked a battery in my life.
You see, like in Joe Rogan, they smell bathing salts.
Smelling salt.
We lick batteries. Yeah, Joe Rogan. No, the Good Night Podcast. Check it out. Oh, there's another one. Look, you see it? All right. Lick it. Lick. Let's do it together.
No.
Let's do it together. Wait.
Did you see me?
Come on. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, I'm so scared, dude.
Let's go. Let's do it together.
I am actually freaking out, man.
Okay, 3. Now you got just put it on your tongue. Nothing will happen. Wet your tongue. Joe Rogan Podcast. Check it out.
I don't like it. I licked the battery, dude. That was horrible.
Okay, now I have a car battery. Let me go.
Put on my nipples. Clamp them.
Exactly. Clamp your nipples.
Oh. My brother, when we were like really, really little, we went to the doctor's office and like we were talking to someone in the hallway. My brother was like playing with like a wall socket and it exploded. And I saw a big flash of white light, right?
Uh-huh.
And I looked, and he was all like, you know, like in the cartoons when he's all like sizzling and then black, like he had like a smoky face.
Well, did he put metal in the hole?
His finger or something, I don't know, or maybe maybe a toy.
Yeah,
or
he
something.
probably put metal.
Yeah.
And conducted.
And he went, psh, and his finger was all black. His face was all smutty. black, you know, and he looked like a prime minister.
Hey.
But
yeah, you shouldn't put. That's a different.
that
this
was
is
spooky.
this is a 9-volt battery. It's not that bad. There's not a lot of but if the sockets, they're dangerous. You have
Yeah.
120 or 110, I think.
Oh,
and
damn.
You have more amperage.
Oof. Yeah.
You have more juice. There's not a lot of juice. This is good for like your alarm from the 80s.
Oh.
It's the only
Okay.
thing you can use it for. So
Oh.
there's not a lot of juice in this. I mean, it probably could kill you, but not if you lick it. Lick a battery challenge.
You licking a battery?
Lick a battery challenge, and totally unrelated. Send Gabe, if you're Asian, send
Yeah,
Gabe a video saying the N word.
And then like chop a big cinder block with your hand after.
Beat up a bunch of black pool players, and you find that was like the perfect recipe for a comedy.
I think so.
An Asian man with stereotypical Asian superpowers, and a black man with stereotypical black
black
superpowers.
talking powers. You
Yeah.
know? And the whole movie is them just being racist to each other. That's the whole movie.
It's the 90s. That's the whole 90s.
It's like, you Chinese, we eat Chinese food made out of dogs and cats and rats and shit. He's like, what are you, a black guy? You eat chicken out of a bag? And it's the whole movie. And then they beat people. And I'm like, oh. This is genius. I was thinking like it's more like in the delivery and like the charisma.
Of course, yeah,
you know, and it's like perfectly done. And Chris Tucker is like at the best. Like he's the best. Like when Chris Tucker was young, he was like so fast. He's like zippity zippity. Yeah. Now he's like
bloated.
He's like 50 and like 400 pounds, and he moves so slow. Yeah,
it will happen to us.
I know it's gonna happen.
It's happened. Look at us now.
I know. I gotta quit eating
just
salt.
everything. You gotta no more eating. That's it.
Just moving. I'm like, hey,
just pâté chinois. You gotta eat a little bit of pâté chinois, and that's it.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, my hair just fell out.
Dude, Jackie Chan is apparently he's a superstar. He's like a megastar.
Mm-hmm.
In China, he's a megastar.
He's like a singer.
Really?
Yeah. He's like
apparently he's like a super hardworking guy.
Yeah.
His company is like his family, and everyone is like, we want to make sure you're the best. I respect that guy.
Yeah, he's also like really, I think, like he neglects his family and. But that's like part of like whatever, you know. He cares about the dynasty thing.
I'm tired of people saying he neglects his family. His family are billionaires. Like, he didn't come to his baseball game.
Yeah.
This is Western propaganda. I guess great Chinese people. I love you, Jackie Chan. Yeah, dude, he built an empire. You think he has time to
No.
He built an empire, and his daughter can have whatever she wants, or his son can have whatever.
Yeah.
They understand. I think it's okay to neglect your family if you're really successful.
I think there's especially like when you get older, then you go back to your family. You're like, I am old now. I will say hi. And the daughter's like 48. You're like, oh.
But here's the thing. If your daughter, let's.
And we're saying daughter because we watched that clip, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And apparently it's not his daughter.
No,
it was like an actress.
Really?
And it was part of like some TV show.
No way.
It was all. Yeah,
no way.
Yeah, it's not real. I thought it was. I was like, oh, and then I looked into it, and it's like, oh, that was like part of like some TV show thing. Because it showed him doing karate.
Because it's only written, this is my daughter. Like, this is Jackie Chan watching a video of his daughter. But we don't know what was
We don't know, yeah.
Maybe someone just saw this.
And made it, like, on Instagram.
Exactly, yeah. It's like someone sees, I don't know, a guy.
Me hanging out with you, and I'm like, this is my friend.
Yeah, and I'm like, meh, and
just licking batteries. And
exactly.
we're like, see? And
Iron Dome, man. All right. Oh, really, dude? Man, God, you can't believe anything.
No,
everything is a show.
I don't believe anything.
Everything is a show.
Yeah.
God dang it.
Iron Dome. Man.
Anyways, I like him. He built an empire.
I love that.
So yeah, here's my theory. We grew up kind of with Anyways, if your dad's like hyper successful and he's giving money, like you grew up, let's say you go to the best schools, best tutors, every book you ever wanted, you get it. Trips, education, your soul is filled, your tummy is filled. You eat quality food. You go to the best schools.
That's love, yeah.
But your dad works 90, 100 hours a week.
Yeah.
Is that a bad dad?
No, it's not a bad dad.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a bad dad.
Because if your dad works a lot, but he doesn't give you any of that.
Yeah, that's
bad. That's a bad dad.
That's a really bad dad.
Because you're like, Dad, you work all that much and you're not successful?
I know.
You should.
That's really sad. That's horrible.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You put all that time and effort. You're not successful.
Or he's
That's
successful.
not a bad dad. That's not like that's a loser dad.
Yeah.
You know, but it's not a bad dad because he's
Yeah.
working. Because you could also say, you know what, God, I'm not gonna raise you at all. So
Yeah.
there's a because you're gonna be a dad soon. You have to decide what type of dad you want to be.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be like a just absent dad?
Regular dad. Okay, there's regular
No,
dad.
wait. We don't know what's regular. Let's start with the
Okay.
lowest. Let's go up. Absent dad. Your wife's pregnant, and you're like, you know what? I don't want to deal with it. You're not a
Yeah.
dad. So you're not a dad.
Yeah,
so
no
you're,
dad.
So you're no dad. You can be no dad,
Yeah.
and then level 2 is that you dad.
Yeah.
Work.
You don't work and you're a bad dad.
And you're not
Yeah.
supportive. You're not a mom.
Yeah.
Well, that sounded sexist. But like if you're gonna stay at home, I actually had a friend who his father just stayed at home the whole time, and I think it kind of affected his growth. Now he's better, like he's successful. But one more childhood friends, I haven't spoken to him in years. His dad was like just not.
Mhm.
He just lived at home, and his
Mhm.
mom worked, and she's the one who provided money for the family. But I think it affected his image of what's a guy. So yeah, don't be that dad.
Okay. No.
You gotta work. So yeah. No work, no success.
Mhm.
Then you have works really hard but no success.
Not much success. Yeah.
And then you have works a lot, successful a lot.
But there's also like the dad that's like the normal dad where it's like he goes to a job and then he brings home money, but not
Yeah.
like super rich.
How much?
I don't know. What's normal? Like, let's say what's a guy with a house in like
Let's look at my friend Guillaume.
and outside of Laval, let's
Let-
say.
let- let- I consider him he's a good dad.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
has like a government job.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be like he makes money.
Yeah,
he makes
a-
bank.
Yeah, he makes a lot of money.
Yeah.
There's like
But he works like 40 hours a week or whatever.
Okay, see that's not even that 40 hours a week is not that much. That's like normal hours.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's
But here's the thing.
normal. That to me normal dad. That's what I
Every
mean.
son ends up hating his dad.
Oh
It's
no.
part of, have you met anyone who's like, oh, my dad? Oh, I love my dad. Have you ever met anyone like that? I know one guy, I think.
Guy or girl?
Both.
Yeah, Claire. Claire loves her dad. I think Claire's dad was an anomaly.
Yeah?
I think he's like beloved by every person that meets him. So, okay. Dude. Speaking of her dad, here's a crazy story. So funny. We're talking about dads, and I almost forgot to tell the story. I wanted to tell it. So he was.
See, this is how you remember things.
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah.
From the episode that was never leaked.
Yeah. So, he was walking his dog. He was walking his dog.
Your dad?
Her dad was walking his dog like out, like, they live like in huge hills, like it's like their house, and then you walk down the road 5 minutes and there's like rolling beautiful hills and
I'm
and
imagining
paths.
Lord of the Rings.
It's kind of similar, like that, like it's beautiful, and he's walking, he's with his friend, I think, and the dog runs away. Like the dogs are always off the leash, right? But they got a second dog, and this dog is like I don't think as trained yet. It wasn't trained without being so it kind of like ran off. But usually they're like, okay, the dog ran away. Usually like when they go for walks, the dog usually goes like maybe like 5 minutes up the road,
And
comes
they come
back,
back,
goes around. But he couldn't find the dog, and he heard the dog barking. I was like, what's going on? And he looked down. There's like this. You have to go over like this hill. It's all these like trees and shrubbery. And he looks down, and it was a cliff. And off the side of a cliff, 20 feet down, was the dog on like a ledge. And the dog was like, "Arr," and he's like,
fell?
it fell down on a ledge. And he's looking down. He's like, what the hell? Like the dog fell off the ledge.
Yeah.
He's like, what do I do? And he's with his friend Jimmy. He's like, what the hell? Like, what? So he's like, he looks down and he sees like, yeah, you go down, you murder.
Just murder. We need a better dog.
Get another dog.
We need better genes.
So he looks down. There's like a kind of like a shallow river at the bottom of the hill. And so he has to go all the way around, go down the hill, go. So he's looking up at the dog,
Yeah.
right? And it's 50 feet up. So he looks and he has to cross this river. So he gets in the water, starts crossing the river, swims across, gets the other side, looks up, starts climbing the rocks up to the dog. And he's grabbing on these like tree branches and he's looking down. He's 50
Is he
feet off.
shirtless?
Yeah, he's sure. He's
In
like
my mind, he's shirtless.
He's like Sylvester Stallone in Rambo in a
Cliffhanger?
cliffhanger. Yeah, he's like, don't let go. Ah. So he grabs the dog because the dog was really upset, freaking out.
Anxious, yeah.
Like
You got
he's-
the COVID vaccine.
he got the vaccine.
I'm interrupting
Yeah,
your
he's
story.
got the vaccine.
So he has all that extra anxiety.
Yeah. So he dog's really upset. So he's like, oh, I had no time to think. I need to run up. So he goes up and he's up there, has the dog. He ties the dog to like this tree or like a branch that's up there, and he holds the dog. And now he's stuck up there. He's like, how do we get down
With a dog.
with a dog, like 50 feet down or
Yeah.
climb 20 feet up?
Yeah.
So he calls the fire brigade,
Whoa.
and then an hour passes. Like we were asleep this whole time, right? Me and Claire, because it's like 7 hours in the
Yeah.
future. And so Claire wakes up to like a selfie from him being like, so I'm trapped on a ledge and the fire brigade's coming, and he's just him sitting down. And my Claire's like, what? What is going on? And so they rappel down with like a harness, like,
Yeah.
and then they put the dog like in this bag and they bring him up, and then they put him in a harness and they strap him back up.
Wow, that's a dad.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't save you up, but I'm gonna be with you till someone.
Yeah. So he's like a normal dad.
That's a super dad.
Super dad. You know, like every town and neighborhood has like its own Facebook page, right?
Yeah.
So his neighborhood he was in had a bunch of people writing, what's going on? There's a bunch of fire trucks.
Yeah.
And like police around. There's like, apparently there's like 7 fire trucks and like 5 police cars and all these people. People are like, oh my God, was there a fire? Is there a thing?
There's a white man in danger.
There's a
We need to
white
save a
man
man,
in
a white man in danger.
and a nice dog. And then it's like some guy wrote, oh, I had my eyes on it. I saw it. It was a man with his dog got trapped on a ledge. And when you read about it in a comment, you're like, you know, you read something like, how stupid is that? How stupid is that? Like a guy got trapped on a ledge,
Yeah.
and you hear the story behind it. You're like, no, it's a hero,
Yeah.
heroic guy.
Well, because listen, what I would have done is that I was just gonna call the fire brigade right away.
Yeah,
But he's a dad, so he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna be with you,
yeah,
and together we're like, I'm not gonna make, because people who have dogs, they treat them like children.
yeah,
So he's like, I'm gonna be with you.
yeah.
You know, I tried to save you. Okay, I can't do the last part,
I know.
but I'm gonna be with you, and you're not gonna be anxious.
No. Yeah.
So I'm gonna.
Say,
That's a dad.
That was interesting.
As I said, if it was me, I'd be like, well, I guess I'm getting a new dog. You're free now.
you're free.
You're free now, doggy. You're free now.
But
It's interesting relationship of people with animals. Have you ever had a pet?
Yeah, I have a bird, but like.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
But you baby your pet. Your.
Yeah, I do baby it a lot. But
Do you think people get pets because they want a pet, or because they have a need to be a parent and they just give it to an animal? Like, do they get a pet because they want a pet, or do they get a pet because they need to be a parent? It could be a rock. You know what I mean? Like, you could just be a parent to a rock. Actually, there's a business. Do you remember like the pet rock?
pet rocks. I don't know. People.
They should call it baby, like a baby rock. That's a baby or a fetus rock. The rock. Yeah?
It depends on the pet. Let's say if it's a cat, they
Yeah.
just want like an animal to look at because
That's a husband.
They
You want a
just
husband.
walk.
You want a husband from the 1920s. He doesn't talk. He just sits there.
Shakes every time he hears a gunshot or
exactly.
something. The war.
Just
He's shell shocked.
quiet and,
Or
debonair.
debonair, svelte.
Better than you.
Yeah. Or a dog is like more like a, hey, it makes you feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
Hi, how's it going? What's a bad pet? Like, what's a pet that makes you feel bad? Like
A cobra.
Yeah.
Ow! Ow! Stop biting me! Or like a wolverine. This is not a pet. Like, every time you're like, God damn it, I'm just trying to love you.
So funny.
I wonder if you can domesticate a wolverine. Like one of the wildest, more like metal animals that ever
God,
existed.
I'm
to war.
crying.
Like, ah!
Yeah. There was this
I love you. Ah!
so funny. There was an episode of King of the Hill. It's one of the funniest episodes. I love King of the Hill. I think every episode, anytime I talk about King of the Hill, I talk about how much I love King of the Hill. So there's an episode where they enter a dog dancing competition. I don't know if you ever watched that episode. So it's Hank dancing with his dog, and it's like his dog's name is Ladybird, and there's a song that plays like and a walking and a talking after midnight, and he's dancing all like ladylike, and then his neighbor Bill Dotrieve gets jealous. He's like, I want to dance with a dog. So he gets like a Rottweiler. And the dog is like, row, 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 row. And he's like, oh, and it's like biting him and ripping him, and he's like trapped in his house, and so funny. And then Bobby wants to dance with a dog, so he goes next door to the Chinese neighbors. They
Yeah.
have like a dog.
But they ate it.
So he couldn't dance. Yeah, it was a good competition. You know, they had a dancing dog competition.
That's out of character for Hank Hill because he was always like super conservative. I'm surprised he did the dog dancing competition.
It's because he loves his dog more than his wife and his kid.
A lot of people say that. A lot of people have dogs.
Yeah.
They love their dog. It is, the nickname. It's a man's best friend.
Yeah.
And it makes sense. It makes sense to see like how much people love their dogs.
Mm-hmm.
I think people are just scared of being alone, so they get a dog, so they feel alone.
I could see if I was like, maybe not. If I was a single guy, I would literally just be like, oh yeah, I'm just like living in my filth. But if I was,
I feel attacked again.
No, because you're not living in your filth. You're living in you're not single, so
Yeah, for now.
yeah. But I'm sorry, but you get a dog. You should get a dog.
No, I thought about getting a dog, but I think the dog requires you to take care of it.
It would come, ruin, drop everything, kick
but
stuff.
like you have to take it. I'm never home.
Yeah, I know that's hard.
I'm always outside. When is he gonna poop?
We can like share a dog.
You want to be a
cohabitant? Yeah.
Give me, or we can start with a bird. Let's start. If I could take care of your bird.
No.
Oh, because you care about the bird.
I don't trust the bird. Because the bird flies.
You don't trust the bird? First of all, he would stay in his cage. He would never leave his cage. You wouldn't trust me with a f***ing bird?
Well, my mom loves
Fuck
the bird.
your bird.
My bird lives with my mom
I
sometimes.
will look at him like, all right, it's a bird.
Yeah,
There's no personality for me.
Oh, there's so much personality. She's a little princess. She's always chirping away, and
She could do that in a cage. For me, this or like the Amazon. What do you call the Amazon?
like a rabbit?
Alexa.
Oh,
It's for me, it's the same thing. Whether it's a bird or Alexa, I'd be like, just play a sound.
yeah, play a sound.
It doesn't mean anything for me.
That's funny.
But wait, you've been staring a lot at this. Is this uncomfortable? I'm focusing you.
No.
Okay, because I'm playing at you. Like you're more technologically
No.
hinged, so you're looking at technology.
I'm making sure. I'm just,
exactly. Is it stealing you from the moment?
Does it seem like it?
I'm just asking.
No, I don't think so.
It's not a criticism. It's a.
No, I'm in. I wasn't even thinking about anything.
I would like to get a dog. I think, but just I need. It's like everything,
Yeah,
like,
no, you can't
I want
get
to
a
wait
dog.
till I get money or something.
Yeah.
I need to be richer.
And I want to get a dog that like one of those.
I don't want to be a dog owner who works a lot and doesn't bring a lot of money.
I know.
I want to be the best. I want to work a lot and bring a lot of money.
Get the best dog food.
Exactly, just the best dog
toys,
food, dog trainer. Because I teach kids like that. For me,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Oh, it's true. You don't need pet. No, you're fine.
No, in the sense that I am like all the children I teach, all their parents are rich. I assume because they work all the time. So their parents like, okay, well, I want this is the best I can afford for that money. So I'm gonna get this guy. He's like, all right, go be a positive influence on my son.
Oh wow.
So you don't need you look at really, really rich people. They barely see their father, but they're surrounded by quality people. The best guy who makes clothes, the best horse trainer, the best children. When they're rich, they have schedules.
Yeah.
They have a timetable.
I know.
Monday I ride a pony. Tuesday I'm learning how to play the piano.
Yeah.
Wednesday I have painting classes. Thursday, but you know what I mean. Like they have and they're like, okay, we'll find a
English speaker.
For me, like, okay, the English speaking class, blah blah blah. So they're surrounded by quality professionals who all they do is like show them how to be the best.
Wow.
So and apparently maybe you don't need your dad's presence that much.
No.
If you're always surrounded by like a quality men, they say it takes a village to raise a people. Yeah, maybe what if you had the whole village working for you?
It's true. It's not bad.
That's a king.
No, yeah, it makes sense. No, it makes total sense. As long as there's not chaos in your life, as long as it's like there's nothing like super, like imagine
you don't bring the chaos home.
No, but like imagine like let's say you had all these things, but then anytime your dad came home, he was just like yelling at your mom and throwing her through a table.
Yeah,
that's bad.
Good. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Find the right woman, and find the right man.
Yeah.
So that doesn't.
Yeah. So as long as there's not like violence going on, or really like bad stuff.
I'm assuming the person is good. Sorry, I forgot to mention when we did the list of dads. Once I think I don't think my dad is a bad person. Do you think your dad was a bad person?
Sometimes.
Should I not ask? Should I not ask that question?
Maybe like to the core, maybe.
Oh,
but like I don't know. Bad person? Probably not.
Because you've been talking a lot about being a dad on stage. It's clearly you're thinking about like, oh,
Ham?
yeah. You said like, look at my legs. What type of dad would I be
Oh
with
yeah,
these legs?
yeah.
I'm like, huh? It's like me going, oh, look at me. I'll never be a welder. I'm like, I never thought of being a welder.
Oh.
That means, oh, you're thinking about being a dad. And you're like, oh,
Well,
no,
it's
I
like
won't be a good
thinking
dad.
like you think in like a place of like discipline, right? Imagine like trying to discipline somebody, and my
Yeah.
legs are all banana legs. It's a weird. It's like I look like a banana.
Yeah. Well, what you do is that you make a lot of money,
Yeah.
and then you hire a tutor who will teach him how to be disciplined. I have a feeling in your dynamic is gonna be your wife. She's gonna be the disciplined.
Yeah, maybe.
Because she knows how to study
Yeah,
and
she,
be
she's-
successful.
Yeah, she's very good at.
And you're like, hey, man, you're going to be like you're at work. You're like, man, my dad's the best. I mean, I don't respect him, but he's the best. He's my friend.
your best friend.
You know, we can hang out and talk. My
Smoke
mom
weed with my dad.
smoked me with my dad, man. We had a
Gets
beer.
anxiety.
He blinks a lot when he looks at me. No, but you understand?
Yeah.
You'll probably be, you know, what you are in a company. It's just that now you're the boss. It's
Mhm.
like, I'm the cool boss, man. It's
I
cool.
know.
And then your wife is like, what the? He needs to clean his room. Like, nah, I just...
get Roomba
Ah, it's all good. We have a robot now.
robot.
But the robot sucks. We need a new robot. Ah, fine. We'll go make money. Let's go. Then you call me like, Amer, hey, any shows we can do? Can we hit the road? Can we do a theater in Melbourne or something? And I'm like stressing, trying to, oh my God, we need money. We need to bring shows. Huh? Ching, ching.
dude.
I just imagine myself with that calculator.
Dude will put out like a short, you know.
Yes, dude. Eugene told me that's a funny short. We should make it. Gets 5 likes. God dang you, Eugene. Yeah,
That's right.
it's an exciting future. When do you think you're gonna?
I don't know. I have to get married first.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's important to get married.
Well, Claire's like England is still like in the 1970s in
Mm.
terms of like they all watch the same TV show. They sit down. They all eat
The
dinner
BBC.
together. Yeah, the BBC, and then like everybody still gets married, whether or not it's with a priest or something. It's
Mhm.
like, but everyone always
There's
gets
a marriage.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Most people in Montreal don't get married.
No, my
I don't know
sister
anybody.
didn't get married.
Yeah,
She went to the
nobody
guy and
gets
like,
married.
no, because it's expensive.
Yeah, but then it's like, oh, if it's expensive, do like a small wedding at a
Yeah.
restaurant. I'm like, yeah, but then what's the point? In movies, they're all at a wedding. You know, 'cause my head
Well-
is so brainwashed by movies.
Alcoholic festivities are part of white culture.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you watch movies and like they're at the tavern, like people are dancing. You know what I mean? It's part of. It's a very white. You know,
that's so funny.
there's a tavern and
I was
there's-
literally watching something with that. It's
and
so good.
they're at the tavern
They're
and there's like the
always good.
prostitutes with the cleavage. And there's like walking with the beer and people are fighting. It's lively, you know.
Yeah.
It's a very
people need that, or like they need that. I
Yeah.
actually don't.
dude, you
No.
travel for weddings. Are you doing it for Claire or
Yeah,
for you?
for her.
Really?
Yeah. And then
Oh.
I'm also traveling. I could then go away.
Okay.
It's like one day out of the thing, you
Because
know.
it's funny. Because like it seems to me every time I talk to you, I'm like, oh, I'm traveling for a wedding.
It's because she has friends that are getting married.
Okay, and then okay.
We're
no,
missing.
she must have a wedding.
Yeah,
If she's taking you to all these weddings,
100%.
it's because she
All-
like I want
she's-
my version of
She's
this.
missing like 10 weddings a year, and we go to one.
Okay,
You know,
okay.
she in the UK, dude. I'm telling you, every single person I met, I'm like, hey, what do you do for fun? And he's like, this dude was like, I go to weddings. Like every weekend, we go to another wedding.
It's the clubbing of adults.
yeah,
When you're young and you're 20s, you go to a club, you dress nice, you get drunk, and you
Mhm.
dance, right?
yeah.
You flirt. When you're older, you're not gonna go to clubs. This is where
No,
so you go to weddings.
you go to a wedding, you eat food, and you
You
dance.
eat food, you dress nice, and
Yeah.
you dance, and you're like,
pretty
"Wah."
much. And there's
And
a
you
guy
get-
taking
you-
nice photos
and
of
you,
you.
and you get face. It's the same feeling.
Yeah.
It's just that
Yeah, yeah.
you can only have the energy to do it.
And
you know,
the way they
once
do
a
it
while.
there is actually fun because like I feel like here like Greek weddings it's like it'll be fun,
Yeah.
but then there's like a judgmental grandma that's like, what is
But
everybody
there's also-
drinking?
I'm pretty sure there's.
Everyone's getting faced.
But because here's the thing.
there's an
you're
old
the-
man that's about to die and he's
Yeah, but
taking shots from his deathbed.
it's humans are humans everywhere.
Yeah.
Except you don't see it maybe because in this case you're the gringo.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I told you I'm dating now a girl. She's from
Mhm.
South America. I went to a club, and she's like, "Oh, you're the gringo.
Yeah.
You're the outsider." And she's like,
Mm.
"Hey, everything is nice and happy."
Yeah.
When you go to these British weddings, you're the gringo. You're like,
Yeah.
"Hey, everything is no one's getting drunk." I'm pretty sure she would tell you, "Oh, you see, they're," and then because let's say you take her to a Greek
True.
wedding, she's the
probably-
gringo.
yeah.
So she's gonna be like, "Oh, this is nice
It's
and fun."
true, maybe.
And then because it's like you're living
And the whole time I'm like,
Yeah, look
God
at her.
damn,
Yeah,
she's-
exactly.
Yeah.
She's more like, oh, everything is happiness
Yeah.
because you know
Interesting. Okay.
So you're the gringo. You're the gringo. I don't think you're sick anymore.
No.
Yeah, these soda waters are
Extra burpy.
burpy.
What the hell's going on?
That should be a marketing term. Like if you really like your soda water with a lot of
Yeah.
bubbles, like extra burpy.
Ooh, it's nice though.
When's it, when your wedding is gonna be probably in the UK, right? So that means I'm gonna have to go to the UK.
No. We'll probably have like a party here, then a wedding there. I don't know. Actually, I have no idea. I still need to propose.
No, listen, I'll go to the UK for your wedding.
Be fun.
Yeah.
I'll be literally like, but just by myself at the wedding. I don't know anybody.
No, that's not true. You're gonna get drunk and have fun, and I'm gonna make sure you have fun.
Very good.
You should ask Guillaume at his birthday. I like one of the employees.
You what?
I was like the best man, right?
Oh.
So I did to do the speech.
Wow.
I killed, bro, killed.
That's amazing.
Oh, so funny. Maxime, like his second best man, couldn't follow me.
That's so fun. But the thing is, are you killing because you're being really funny? You probably were being really funny, but it's all the inside jokes about Guillaume, right?
Funny and very heartwarming.
Okay, that's nice. The thing is, if you do that to me, nobody really knows me. So it's like, the time when Gabriel did his...
You have to remember, I'm an excellent comedian.
No, I know, but like...
Gabriel, I'm going to destroy.
No, you're going to be funny, but you're just going to pretty much...
I love black people. I hate...
Yeah, I know.
Chris Rock material.
You're going to...
No, trust me.
You're going to have to dig deep for other topics other than
First of all, I'm doing a speech. Is it confirmed? I'm doing a speech.
Oh, you want to do a speech?
I don't know. It's your freaking wedding. Are you asking me?
I'm not even.
You're not asking me to. Are you asking me to be your best man?
Oh yeah, you can. Okay.
No, wait. No, you have man.
But he's the Parkex best man. we'll do a wedding in Kit Kat.
Oh my God. Oh, all right. Okay. All right.
And then you're locked in.
Okay, I'll do crowd work. So where are you from?
So how do you know Gabriel? I don't. Well, all right. Where do you know?
What do you do for a living?
Yeah, so what do you do for a living?
How do you guys know each other? That's my wife. Oh, cool. You guys so doing crowd work. When a comedian is the best man at a wedding and he didn't prepare, he just does crowd work. Oh, that should be a sketch.
That'd be
that
really
should
funny.
be a sketch of just a comedian like he got too drunk the day before. But wait, if you do it, we need to plan your bachelorette. Let's go to a comedy show.
Yeah.
Let's go Ali Muhammad on a Friday.
Oh no.
Put a penis on your head.
I'm in the front row. Woo-hoo.
It's my bachelorette.
Oh, dude.
Oh, you such a slut. Oh my god. How funny it would be if you get all your guy friends to dress up like women.
Yeah.
Horse. Like they dress up for a bachelorette.
Penis
so we're all dressed like women.
Yeah.
And you have penis shape on your head. You're like, oh my god. Oh, bachelor. We have a team camera like following us. Like Sally Q's, that's for like Mark Norman and stuff. And just, oh my god, that would be so funny.
Dude.
Yeah, just vomit. You're making out with a Sid.
Oh,
It's my last day.
It's my last day.
So
Life,
big and
freedom,
sexy.
baby.
Doing cocaine. Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
How do you envision? Well, no, that's my job. I'm gonna.
Bachelor? I don't know.
It's gonna be me.
What
it's
are
my
all
job.
the things? It's just a. Yeah. Okay.
It's gonna be my job. It's gonna be drunk. I'm gonna get you shit faced.
Who's gonna come to my bachelor party?
Let's see.
I don't even know.
Who do you love? Who do you love? You have to. Okay, so it's gonna be Peter, me, Oren, Jason. Anyone from comedy?
So yeah, Oren, Jason would be fun.
Oren, Jason.
I have another friend, maybe.
Take you to a strip club. Get you a couple lap dances.
Huh.
And maybe get you shit faced. It's gonna be your last night as a single man.
Single.
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, not married, you know.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Hypothetical.
I'll do my research. I'll organize it like I organize our shows.
This is gonna be a while.
I'll organize it like I organize our show. Everyone's like, guys, no talking.
Give him the lights.
Give him the
Get the spotlight. No, get another bulb.
Joel Slavic,
Yeah,
we got Joel Slavic to be my right hand man.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Oh, Will Delbeck. You should invite Will to your bachelorette.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, invite everybody. Like anyone that I like.
Fuck, I'm gonna have to organize it. God damn it!
It's gonna be so long.
That's why you're like, yeah, man, sure, well, yeah.
Dude.
And then you end up with a crappy I can't. It has to be a quality bachorette.
Okay. First of all, it's a bachelor party.
No, it's a bachelor. For me, in my mind, I'm thinking
bachelor party.
That's your girl. That's no girl. Oh my god. You know, all the people you like.
I wouldn't mind. Actually, I would mind.
Really?
I wouldn't want.
You want that BO?
No.
Please censor all the names we're talking
yeah.
now. All right, guys. Well, listen. Thank you so much for listening.
Yeah.
Subscribe. Tell your friends. We have a new subscriber. I know that. I spoke with him.
Yeah.
Eugene, I love you.
Bye. See
Bye,
ya.
everybody.